sometimes the best way to learn is to fail. I'm going to show you here an enclosure that we've got for the turkeys, who's their outside run for a little while until snow decided to come down and pile up and crush everything. We spent quite a bit of time actually putting together the second version of it. The first one actually had bird netting over the top, and if you have turkeys, I will say don't use it. Don't use any of that bird netting. I lost 2 turkeys because of it. Why? Because they started flying up to where the bird netting was, and then they got their feet tangled or their head tangled. And unfortunately, my son had to deal with that while I was away. So no on the bird netting. So chicken wire, that was Rev 2. And here, I'll show you what we had. This is the remnants that I'm now taking apart for version 3. Well, hello there, Mr. Clem. Okay, so we had a nice little door from a previous coop. I even had this feeder hopper system from another coop. You know, you can throw some greens down there and they can access them from the other side. I spent a lot of time setting up this nice wall here so that those 2 panels that were over there with the hardware cloth, they actually spanned this piece here, and it was all nice and even on the top. We used PVC piping and some supports along the center here and created a nice little aviary. I even found that taking an old fence post, put it back together and lean it, turkeys loved sitting on that, so that's a win. But what happened was the snow came down, basically just crushed everything, and we had to basically shut it down. And I've been letting it go for a couple months here until we can get time to come back out here and clean it up, which we're doing now. So Rev 3, I'm actually going to, I had cut a hole in the side of the barn there for the turkeys to come through. We're actually going to, I think, make 2 separate runs because I have 2 different stalls over here. I'm going to cut another hole over there and make 2 separate runs with hardware cloth in between, so that the turkeys can't fight with each other if they get into it, right? The other thing I'm going to do, I learned, this was a huge failure. You can't really see it well here unless you look into my footsteps, but that was mud. Because of this nice wall, I stopped all of the water that was moving in this direction. What's up, guys? I stopped all the water moving in this direction and kept it right here, which then basically made a nice little lake that had poo and mud, and it was disgusting. So when I would let these guys out in the morning, you know, they'd come out and they'd have to like clean their feet off first because they were tromping in this stuff. They didn't have any sense to stay out of it. So we're going to add in some drainage pieces to kind of go across. Probably we'll still keep the wall, but we'll run some drainage pieces underneath there so that the water does run off. So again, nice epic failure, but let us learn something, right? What's up, buddy? They're coming to see me. And Mr. Clem. All the boys are here. Like, seriously. There's Clem, who's my only rooster, and I got the other 2 toms here. What you guys doing? Alright. That's all I got. That's all turkey's got.